You ain't gotta worry. Just keep walking, keep walking. Hey everybody, welcome back to WhatsupSade. So today I am just going to be talking to you guys about struggling through life that you might be doing. I know I'm currently in a little bit struggling. And I think that many girls can relate to it. So I'm gonna just tell my story and then why I'm currently in a little bit of a bind. So I would say let's go back to like high school. I'm only 20. I'm only 20, guys. So calm down. So let's go back to like high school and like final years or in school period. Um, During that time, I felt like a little lost, kind of. I didn't have many friends, and the friends that I did have, they were like mutual friends. I never really had like a best friend or anything. I really recently just started getting close to my cousins, and they're the most people that I really talk to. I was always like this stay to myself type of girl, and I felt like I got a little bit bullied for that. I didn't really realize it was bullying until like after. I don't despise anybody for it though. Forgiveness is everything. God lets you forgive, so you should forgive those who have done you wrong or anything. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it's okay to struggle on wherever you're at, and just like God guides you. I'm doing that myself. I'm recently starting my journey with Him. I have my Bible right here, over here on my desk. And I read it every day. I won't say every morning because I don't do it in the morning. Sometimes I do it later in the day. And I won't say that's a problem, but I feel like as long as I do it every day, it doesn't matter if I do it in the morning. Anyways, back to the story, you guys. In high school and school period, I just felt like a little bit of an outcast. I didn't really fit in, or just kind of stayed in my own bubble, but still had friends. I never was the one to get into any type of conflict. I just stayed to myself. There was a little bit bullying now that I've grown up and really looked back. But I've overcome that. I feel like I also had a lot of problems going on with my body. Like I never really had a lot of confidence. So that was something that I had to overcome. I'm very much more confident in my body, guys now. There are some things I can get in shape, like at the gym, work out a little bit more. But I'm very much more confident in myself. But yeah, I wasn't that much popular. I didn't really do sports. I never did any sports. The only sports I probably would have did was gym, of course, and then also I did like a little bit of baseball that I really didn't like. So that was it. And then I was very social. Outside of school, I wasn't very social, so I never met up with friends. I just stayed in my own bubble, you guys. And then when high school came, final year of high school, they tell you to choose your colleges. Like, what do you want to do for your future? And you have to do something. You have to do this, do that. And honestly, I was kind of lost. I didn't know what I wanted. Um, I didn't know what I wanted. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just applied for colleges, and of course I got in because I knew I had good grades. But I didn't think college was for me. All I've known is that I wanted to create my own type of business where I help young adults and young teenagers just try to figure out their way through life, because I knew I was struggling at the time. So I wanted to help them figure out their way through life, specifically people in like cosmetology and like art stuff and other stuff too. I wasn't sure at the moment, but just helping them figure out, because I knew I was going through it. Um, so I knew I wanted to help people like that. And then I just continued to apply to colleges. I got into Towson University. I went there for 1 year. Through it all, two breakdowns. Only two, I know, right? I know a lot of people struggle with it. Um, I struggled a little bit, but it was more so like I wasn't a fan of school at all. Not just because of the people, because of the work. I wasn't really like, okay, I have to do 4 years of school just to get a precise and a good job, and it's not even guaranteed. So I'm like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. So I dropped out of school. I told my parents that I was gonna go next year. Like I was gonna skip a semester, but I didn't go. I worked at Walmart for a little bit. Um, Something happened with that, and we're not gonna discuss. But yeah, I worked there for a little bit, like a couple, like 3 or 4 months or so. It was okay. It was my first real job. So that was that, and then I continued to do me, and then I got infected. My sister had saw it on TikTok. I had saw it too, but I never really paid attention to it because some ads on TikTok can be scams. So I wasn't really paying attention to it. Um, but then I signed up for it. It's called Europe United. I signed up for that. I am currently in their intern program, and it's going okay. It could be better. Um, but basically, I was in a baking and customer service track, and they basically teach you all the things that you need to know um, when you're trying to get into the baking field and financial field. And it was very informative because I had no knowledge of it really. So I did that, and they somewhat help you. They kind of help you try to apply for jobs. And I applied for multiple jobs, and that comes up to the struggles of today. So I had applied to a couple jobs, and I got declined, and that's okay because I was just taking a leap of faith. But for this one job, it was a teller part-time job at PNC, and they had just got back to me today. I thought they was gonna get back to me next week. But they got back to me today, and it was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna go with different candidates. We're so sorry, and keep hope you find your way throughout the industry and stuff. I was a little upset about that. I was, because I really would like that job because it was like a part-time job. So I only worked like 4 days out the week. I think for full time you work like 6 days. Um, but it was okay. I prayed about it. I talked to God about it. I know He's gonna guide me. There are a little bit of like um sadness in me because of it, but I cried for like 2 minutes, and then I'm like, I gotta wipe these tears away and keep going. And that's what I would advise you guys with this journey that we're both going on, is to just pray about it, talk to God about it, read your Bible. It might be certain scriptures. I'm still new to it, so like there might be certain scriptures that you can read about anxiety or worry or sadness or hurt. So I would really advise you guys to read about that and see what it means to you. For me, I do that, and then my family is really like, well, there's certain people in my family that I tell everything to. Like my brother, and my two cousins. My parents, my parents are my parents. Like I don't tell them everything, but I tell them enough. Because they could be a little bit criticizing sometimes. So um, I don't really tell them everything that I'm going through, but I tell I tell the people that really are super close to me, even though I am close to my parents, but super close. And I journal every day. I write down my thoughts. I write down what's going on during the day. I do things like that so that I can keep track of it and just write down my feelings and not keep them bottled inside, because I used to do that so much. I bottled up my feelings, and I feel like that's why I always had like breakdowns or sadness and whatever, but I feel like I'm getting better at being more confident in myself. I'm 20 years old, you guys. I'm about to turn 21 in December. In December. I want to be financially stable. I want to have my own place. I want to have bills. I know I shouldn't say that because like people be like, "Oh yeah, you want bills? What? What?" Yes, I want bills. I want to feel like an adult woman. Because right now I still feel like I'm trapped in a way in my younger life. Like, because when I was a teenager, I didn't feel like a teenager. I still felt like a very much child. But now I'm grown, I feel similar to a teenager and not an adult woman. And I feel like that's something I need to grow on in becoming the woman that I want to be, the woman of God that I want to be. And yes, I need to also set routines. I feel like can be very important. I recently, because I was always a couch potato or like lazy and then I stayed inside. Um, but I recently watched a self podcast about laziness. I forgot who the channel was to, but I'll put it in here. But she was really talking about how laziness is in the Bible and things that you could help overcome, things that you could do. And before that, like a week or so before that, I really did start like going on walks every other day. I was going to go on a walk today, but you guys, procrastination is the enemy. So like I didn't go on one today, but I went on one 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. And getting up at 9 a.m., that was something different for me because I usually do it in the afternoon. But I really enjoyed it. It was very nice. I sometimes listen to music, sometimes listen to gospel, and then afterwards, after I walk, it's like a bench area, and then I just sit there for a bit, and I just take in my surroundings, take in nature. You know, I believe nature is such a beautiful thing, something that God created. Like only us humans can make it ugly, like pollution and all of that disasterness. But like there are very much beautiful places on earth that you can really look at. Like the sky can be so beautiful if you just look at it, you know. So I don't know how I want to end this off, you guys. I don't. I would just advise you to just keep having faith, keep having God by your side, trust in Him, put all. You can sit in your sadness and your worry for a little bit, but afterwards, just not too long, and just give it to Him. I know there might be people out there that might can give advice. So if you can give advice, I would love to hear it. I've also had ideas about making a small business and doing this and that, like, but this is something new for me, and I think I want to continue to do this for you guys and myself because I ramble and I would love to talk to you guys, and I feel like a lot of people can connect with me on certain stuff. So I might do these like at least once a week, and they probably be the most thing that I post. And I hope you guys just find your way and continue to grow. I did have like 2 videos on here, and it was like get ready with me. It's like makeup and then skincare. But they are currently on the SLK page, and I'll put it in here. And I hope you guys actually watch it. I hope you guys watch it, and then also watch our SLK videos. Those are my two cousins that I really am close to that I talked to you guys about. They are everything. They could be my outlet, my ride or die. Like I don't know, actually don't do that. No ride or die. No die. Just they're my ride, you know? So yeah, go check that out. And I will continue to do these videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.